You ever feel like your debt is alive? Like no matter how much you pay, it keeps coming back. Bigger, meaner, hungrier? That's not an accident. That's how the system is designed. I'm Vladimir Nemchinov. I went from zero to $600,000 in 11 years, mostly through real estate, and now I'm growing my net worth through retirement investing. And I want to show you how to finally break free from the trap that keeps most people broke for life: consumer debt. Let's be honest, debt feels normal now. Car loans, credit cards, personal loans, buy now, pay later. It's everywhere. People brag about their credit score like it's a trophy while carrying 5 figures in balances. That's not wealth, that's slavery with better branding. Reddit is full of people asking questions like, should I pay off my smallest balance or the highest interest first? Should I invest while I still have debt? How do I stay motivated when the balances feel endless? What if I need credit to survive? And what if paying off debt feels impossible when everything's so expensive? Let's start with the truth. Debt isn't a tool, it's a trap. It tricks you into believing you can afford what you can't. It steals your freedom a little bit at a time. And the worst part is, most people don't even realize how much they've already given up. Here's what happens when you live in debt. You start making decisions based on payments instead of priorities. You stay at jobs you hate because you can't afford to leave. You stress every time your phone rings because you think it's another collector. You start living for Friday and dreading Monday. Debt isn't just financial, it's emotional. It makes you feel stuck, ashamed, and exhausted. And that's why level 4 of the wealth game is all about breaking that cycle once and for all. The method I teach is called the debt snowball. It's simple. List all your debts from smallest balance to largest, ignore the interest rates for now, pay minimums on everything except the smallest one. Attack that smallest debt with every dollar you can. When it's gone, roll that payment into the next smallest, then the next. Each victory builds momentum. It's like pushing a snowball down a hill. It starts small, but as it rolls, it grows and gets unstoppable. Now I know what you're thinking. Shouldn't I start with the highest interest first? Number. You start with the smallest because this isn't a math problem. It's a motivation problem. You don't need perfect logic. You need wins, because once you taste progress, you'll never go back. Here's the proof. A Harvard Business Review study found that people who used the snowball method were more likely to pay off all their debt, even when it wasn't the optimal financial strategy. Why? Momentum beats perfection. And right now, consumer debt in America just hit a record high. Over $1 trillion in credit card balances. That's not a statistic. That's millions of people stuck in the same nightmare. And banks love it because while you're stressing about payments, they're collecting interest and buying more stock. Here's what I tell people. If you don't break the debt cycle, you'll spend your entire life funding someone else's wealth instead of building your own. So how do you actually get out? First, stop borrowing. No more new debt, period. Cut up the cards. Delete the buy, now pay later apps. Stop feeding the monster. Second, build your starter emergency fund. That's level 3, because if you don't have that cushion, you'll just fall back into the trap every time life hits. Third, make a list of every debt you owe. Write it down, face the numbers, then start your snowball and commit to attacking one at a time. If you feel overwhelmed, start smaller. Sell something, pick up a side hustle, cut 3 expenses. Every dollar counts. And when you pay off that first debt, celebrate. Because that moment right there means you just took back a piece of your freedom. I know people who've paid off $30, $40, even $70,000 using this exact system. Not because they got lucky, because they got consistent. Let me tell you about one of them. A couple I worked with had 5 credit cards and 2 car loans. They were paying over $1,500 a month just in minimum payments. They felt trapped, so we built a plan. Within 2 years, they paid off $42,000. The moment they made that last payment, they said, for the first time in our marriage, we can breathe. That's what this step is about. It's not just about money, it's about peace. And yes, it's hard. It requires sacrifice. It means saying no to things you want now so you can say yes to the life you actually want later. But once you're debt-free, you'll never see money the same way again. Every paycheck is yours. Every dollar is a choice. And that's freedom. Here's what happens if you skip this level. Every raise you get will disappear. Every bonus will vanish. You'll never be able to invest confidently because you're still paying for the past. You can't build wealth when you're dragging a ball and chain behind you. The good news, you can start today. You don't need perfect math. You just need a plan, a pen, and a decision that says, I'm done living like this. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just one good plan away from freedom. And if you want help creating that plan, the step-by-step roadmap to pay off every debt you have, fill out the client assessment form. The link's in the description below. We'll figure out your numbers, build your snowball, and start your escape from the debt trap. Invest steady, compound your net worth.